It says I'm live. Gracie, are you going to settle down there? Hello, friends. I see there are some of you online. Pop over to the chat and say hi so I know who's here. Oh, man. What a day. Anybody else have really weird weather today? It was glorious and sunny and absolutely perfect this morning. Hello, Lissa. And then out of nowhere, massive thunderstorm. Massive thunderstorm. Crazy. Hello, Sherry. Meredith, hi. Happy Tuesday. Is it only Tuesday? I don't even know this week, guys. Hi, Shannon. Glad to see you. Rose, yay. Danielle, hello. Can't believe it's only Tuesday. So this week is an exciting week, but a stressful week. Amanda, new subscriber. Welcome to the Diva and the Divine community. I'm so glad you're here. Tiffany, hello. Hot and sunny all day. I'm jealous because I like sunny weather, hot and sunny. But Minneapolis, apparently, like, if the storm comes through, it like breezes through like Florida weather. Like, you know how you go to Florida and like it rains. I'll never forget this. We used to vacation on Sanibel Island in Florida, and every single day, without fail, around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, massive downpour for about half an hour. And then it went away and the sun was out and we could go back outside, back on the beach, and everything was fine. Freaking Minneapolis is just like that. It's like the storm comes through, it's awful for an hour or two, and then I was able to go walking outside in the sun. I walked over to Target and to GNC today because my husband informed me they're having like some closeout sale, so I may or may not have stocked up on a bunch of things like, I don't know, my favorite gummy candy in the entire world. Yep. I can do a little haul. I have my stuff here if you guys want to see it. But yeah, weird weather. Let's see. Amanda, week 4 on WW. How is it going? Barb, so glad you could make it. Hi from Florida. I was just talking about Florida weather. Although I guess this time of year, a lot of the weather is kind of the same. Like, it's hot here. It's hot there. It's just hot, right? Good to see everybody. Gracie, you're just out of frame, which makes it look really silly. This poor dog. Anyway, it's a busy week this week because say a special prayer for us. If all goes well, we close on our house on Friday. Friday, a couple days from now. And as we speak, my husband is on an airplane flying from Minneapolis back to Chicago because he is going to be the person that is present for the packers and movers to get our stuff out of our condo, because our condo also closes on Friday, which means we will officially no longer be residents of the Chicagoland area, which is heartbreaking, but you know, it is what it is. I'm really excited to get into our new house, mainly because I need normal. Hello, Terry. And I need a normal. And I don't know if you guys saw in my Instagram post today, I was talking about, remember the book that I referenced last week, Atomic Habits? I have continued listening to this book and it is still incredible. And one of the things they talked about was the using different spaces for different things, which will help you create a habit. So for example, it's very easy to work only at your desk or sleep only in your bed. Don't do other stuff in your bed, you know, or like the couch is only for relaxing. This chair is specifically for reading, and that kind of helps you helps you focus. It automatically programs your brain into getting the things done that you need to do when you are in a given scenario. And how I am in this little place, like this spot on the couch right here, is where I work. It's where I relax. It's where I watch television with my husband. It's where I do my devotionals in the morning. Like, this whole area is my everything, which is why I'm having such a hard time focusing. So I'm really looking forward to having my house where I have the office for work. And you know, why are we moving to Minnesota? My husband got a new job. He decided that he did not want to be the traveling man anymore and got a different job. He decided to leave, and it happened hi. I took all of her toys away and she's very sad about it. How about you sit down, Gracie? How about you sit down? But yeah, he decided that it was time for a change of pace because the job he had, as many of you know, was very fast paced and very crazy. He got up and went to work on Monday mornings and didn't come home until Thursday evenings. He was all over the United States. Becky Engebretsen, my mother-in-law's here. But when you break your foot and are non-weight bearing, you find out you can run the world from your recliner. That's true, but I don't like having to do that. And speaking, I felt like I broke my foot today, man. I tell you what, you know that nerve problem that I've been having in my foot that like flares up every once in a while? I put my braces on today to go walk over to Target and GNC. And I don't know if it's because my braces immobilize my ankle and something with my right ankle is busted. I don't know. The second I put those braces on, my ankle started acting up, and I walked because I wanted to walk in my braces. By the time I got home, oh my gosh, guys, I've been not moving much the rest of the day. Like it's excruciating, which is no fun. Don't know what the problem is. I might have like the version of carpal tunnel that you can apparently get in your ankle, but I don't really know. I don't know. So that was fun. And you know how if you're in, maybe you don't know how. I hope you don't know how, but like, have you ever been in a consistent amount of pain for so long that it actually drains your energy? Like that's where I'm at. My focus, I'm getting ready to do this live stream and I was like, I can't think straight. Like, so if everything that comes out is word vomit and not making any sense, let me know because the brain is not with it today. Let's just say that. Going well. You cut out a ton of sugar. That's great, Amanda. Are you doing WW freestyle? Is that the plan you're on? Terry's here. Da, da, da. Lissa, hello air fryer, goodbye magic coffee machine. I'm so very sad about my magic coffee machine going away, but I'm not sad about the fact that I don't have to like get dressed and go downstairs to get my coffee. So that will be okay. Isn't the rest of your family in Chicago? Lori, yes, they are. My entire family is in Chicago. I have currently out here 2 people that I know. And one I only kind of know because one is a high school friend, maybe even elementary school friend, I don't know, but a friend of my sister-in-law's. So I've gone out with this girl. We went and had lunch with her. We actually went to church with her and had lunch with her on Sunday, which was wonderful. And she lives in the Minneapolis area and she's super sweet. But the only reason I'm connected to her is because of my sister-in-law. And for my sister-in-law's birthday a couple of years ago, we were in Florida and we went downtown Miami, I think. I don't even remember where we went for her birthday. Maybe Fort Lauderdale, maybe Miami. I can't remember. But she was there. And so I remember her as this girl that I went out to dinner with and sort of talked to once. And she happens to live here, and which is amazing, and a church friend that we can hang out with and share beliefs with and everything, which is wonderful. And then the other person that is here, bizarrely, I haven't even gotten to see him yet, but my best friend from kindergarten who grew up down the block from me. And so we lived down the street from each other until after high school. He moved to Minneapolis. And so he's here. I haven't seen him yet, but technically I know if I need him, he's here. And I'm like, well, that's kind of fun to have your kindergarten best friend just randomly in the same city that you relocated to. But yes, the rest of my family is in Chicago, and my husband's family is actually spread out. His sister's in Utah, his brother's in Tennessee, and his family and his grandparents and everybody are in South Florida. So yeah, it's just us. I just want to tell you, when you said I'm honoring my body with movement, it changed my entire mindset. Day 2 of perfect days on iTrack Bites, and I've worked out 4 days in a row. Shannon, that is amazing. Good for you. And it is so important that you use that mindset shift. That are you honoring your body by moving it? And I tell you, I was using that as well because it was this weekend was difficult. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you don't know this yet, but at the end of last week, I signed up for the Beachbody On Demand workouts. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to become a Beachbody coach or anything like that. And it took me a lot to want to even sign up for it. But because the coaches tend to be very, very pushy, like in my Instagram profile, I have a little tag that says no MLMs because so many of them kept up randomly. People who don't know me kept approaching me and saying, hey, you'd be a great coach. Join my team. I'm like, I don't want to join your freaking team. But the workouts are solid. And a couple of my good friends do the workouts. And so I finally decided that I needed to have this plan in place for working out in the winter and working out when I can't get to a gym. So I signed up for Beachbody. And the first workout, I chose 21 Day Fix real time. 21 Day Fix seemed pretty innocent. First workout, wrecked, totally wrecked my body in the best way. Like in the, it hurts to sit down and stand up on the toilet type of thing. Like you ladies know what I'm talking about. Like when that leg day, oof. Oh, and I don't know if I know it's because of my CMT body. So my muscles are weaker. I worked them to the core, but like I was down for the count. Today was my leg day workout. I switched everything around so I didn't have to touch my legs again. And this was Thursday that I did that workout. Today, Tuesday. It wrecked me. But I made sure my mindset all weekend was honoring my body. So I still did an elliptical workout. I still made sure I moved. It was hard to move, but I did something because I wanted to make sure I was honoring my body with the movement that it could still do, despite the fact that I was so sore. Oh, so stinking sore. Reading. Hello, friends that have just gotten on here. Have it on demand. You do T25. Actually, yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to explore yet. And I'm not doing, at least I don't think I'm doing set programs on there. This is actually kind of on topic because I said we were going to talk about different diets and stuff today. So this actually works out very well. I haven't decided if I'm just committing to like one set of workouts at a time. Cause there's like the 80-day thing. 80-day obsession, I think it's called, 21-day fix. In October, everybody gets access to the 100 morning meltdown thing that all the VIP people are doing now. So you see it all over Instagram, but you don't actually have access to it yet. So I can't decide what I want to do, but I want to have options based on what I want to do that day. If I want to do strength training, if I want to do PIO, whatever you want to call it, the Pilates yoga thing, or if I just want to do some cardio. They have a couple dance workouts on there too. Like it has a bunch of options that I can do in my living room, which means when I'm snowed in, which will inevitably happen since I live in Minneapolis now, I don't have to leave the house and I still have I have no excuse. I still get to work out. So I haven't decided what my plan is for that, but I thought the 21-day fix would be a good place to start. Half an hour workouts while I still have access to an elliptical, which is downstairs at my apartment building, but that's going to go away by this time next week. So we'll see. I just wanted to have an extra tool. So I signed up for one of the things that like gets me, I think, a month of Shakeology, some of the Energize and the Recovery Shake, which is just a solid protein shake. So I'll use those up, and I supported my friend in the process, which is great because my husband's like, why didn't you just sign up for the on-demand? I'm like, I really wanted to sign up under our friend because I wanted to support her business, because I would hope that a friend would do the same thing for me. If I was doing something and they had the chance to support me, I would hope they'd do that. So I wanted to make sure I supported her, which is why I'm going to end up with the products too. But let's see. When she can't work out. Yeah, getting a gym membership for when you can't work out during the summer. I fully plan on getting the gym membership too. I'm actually really looking forward to getting a gym membership because this girl needs body pump. Jordan, hey! Oh, you're doing the Meltdown 100 thing? Grateful you made it. Aaron made it. Yes. Country Heat is super fun. Country Heat is what I did. My sister had on demand for a while, and I bummed her login information just to dabble, and Country Heat's what I ended up dabbling in because I really like dance workouts. So I did have fun with that. I didn't do it more than I think twice, but I really did enjoy it. Turbo Fire and Jam. Ooh, kickboxing. Interesting. There was also one, what was it? That was like kind of like Taibo. And I did one of those workouts when I had Les Mills on demand, and that thing ripped me up here, which was great because even though you're punching, like it's all core, which is amazing. 21-day fix DVDs. Yeah. Rose, seriously, do it because half-hour workouts, but those suckers are hard. Gym box. Oh, cool. I don't have a Roku, so I don't know anything about it. 21-day fix. Would love to try country heat. 2 left feet. I have dance training, and because of the way my body moves, I still look like I have 2 left feet, so it's fine. We don't judge. FYI, I'm a coach, so I know ahead of time. Pumpkin spice shakeology. Pumpkin spice shakeology? Interesting. Charlene Duncan's Plyo and Turbo Jam. She's amazing. Interesting. I'm really liking Autumn. Autumn is the person for 21-day fix, right? Leslie Sansone fan. Leslie Sansone's good too. Like her walking workouts, they're very simple, but they're so good. That's what Jordan Clyde is doing. Yeah, and Clyde's Daily Life on Instagram. The guy who does the I Track Bites meetings. He started doing, apparently Leslie Sansone released a men's version. Who knew? So now there's like a walk at home for men's, and he's been doing it and loving it. So Leslie Sansone and my sisters both really like Leslie Sansone too. Pumpkin spice everything. We're this close. What kind of pumpkin stuff do you guys want to see? Do you even care? Do you want the pumpkin spice hauls? Because once we get into that house, it's going to be time to decorate for fall, and it's going to be time to actually like legitimately stock up our kitchen, which could mean that the grocery hauls abound. Do we care about the pumpkin spice stuff this year, my friends? Autumn Calabrese, yes. Cambridge, Minnesota. Hello, Kim. Body goals. Autumn, is that what you mean, Aaron? Or Nicole? Sorry, I keep saying Aaron, and it's Eric and Nicole. Nicole. Sorry. Autumn, yeah. She was in, for like day to day, she was in like the skimpiest shorts and her bra. And the whole time I'm looking at her abs like, dang, body goals for sure. Yes, Autumn is body goals. Eric and Nicole, yeah, and I put it together and made Aaron. I don't know. I told you guys my brain wasn't working, so bear with me. Apparently that's what happens to me when I deal with pain all afternoon. No problem. Yes, pumpkin everything. Love it. Hi, Jennifer, you made it. Hello. Leslie Sansone, worked out with her for many years. Love pumpkin spice coffee. I definitely skipped over the pumpkin spice creamer. I saw that Natural Bliss released the dark chocolate peppermint creamer, and I bought it. It's August, and I've been using it the last 2 days, and I have no regrets. Because I've been loving just using fat-free, or not fat-free, blasphemy, not fat-free half and half, regular half and half, complete full fat half and half. But for the holidays, like, you got to get your seasonal stuff. I am a seasonal girl, so my seasons are coming. They're coming. Weirdest pumpkin spice finds. Brace yourselves. So a year or two ago, there was a joke that pumpkin spice spam, like when everyone was like, oh, pumpkin spice sunscreen, pumpkin spice, that's just like making a total spoof on pumpkin spice everything. And Spam released a pumpkin spice spam, or someone did. They're actually doing that this year. I live in the city of Spam now. They're actually doing that. I can't decide if I have the guts to try it, because while pumpkin spice is great and Spam tastes like ham, right? I don't think those two things should go together. Yeah, pumpkin spice tampon. I think I've seen that too. How many points for the creamer? The creamer for 1 tablespoon is 1 point plus 2 smart points. So, Brielle, hello. Those are fighting words. Wait, now I got to know what Lissa said. Pumpkin spice tampon? I think the only person who isn't a fan of peppermint mocha. Oh, yeah, those are fighting words. Puke if hi, Lindsay. Pumpkin spice spam. I know. I don't know that I have the guts to try it. I really I don't know if I can. So today, although I'm loving the seasonal conversation, we can just keep this going. I don't care. I did say that the topic was going to be intermittent fasting. And I decided I was going to expand it into just different diets. We can talk about whatever you want. Whatever gets prompted here in the chat, that's great. But I thought if you guys had any questions about intermittent fasting, because you guys know I've been doing it, I actually just earned my 100 fasts badge on the app that I use. So I've apparently been doing this for a while now and loving it. So I wanted to talk about that. And then I also wanted to talk about the change I made in my tracking this week, which is for the first time ever, I'm not only tracking my fit points, I've always tracked them because they're automatically tracked, but like I'm not only paying attention to them, but I'm eating them intentionally. And it's been a very mind-blowing thing. Yes, there is an intermittent fasting app. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. All right, so let's see if this works. You see this one right here that's like the orange circle with the cloud down by where my finger's tapping? That is an app called Zero, Zero, free, totally free, intermittent fasting tracker. I use the app every day. It's fantastic. You get to set, you can either do the preset fasts or you can customize your own. And my personal fast is 14 hours on, 10 hours off. So 10 hours eating, 14 hours fasting. And so I have a 14-hour fast planned every night, and then I just tap the button and the little circle here, I can show you that too. The little circle will go around. I started my fast at 7 o'clock, so I've been at it for 51 minutes. And eventually tomorrow it tells you when it starts, when it ends, and when the little circle closes and is green, you can eat. So it's a really great app. I'm really enjoying it. So let's start with intermittent fasting. So type up your questions. I'm going to catch up on the comments. Questions, comments, concern. Went to the Spam Museum. They have every flavor of Spam you can think of. Rose, can you try the Spam? Or are they just telling you about these flavors? I must live near the Spam Museum, right? It's the Spam Museum in Minneapolis. Eggnog latte. See, eggnog makes me, like, the word eggnog makes me want to gag, and I can't explain it, but like, I don't know if I like eggnog because I don't think I've ever actually tried it, but just the word eggnog, whoa, I don't know. So I say I don't like eggnog because I can't bring myself to even try it because I think the word sounds gross. I like eggs, don't get me wrong. Intermittent fasting is a great tool. Frustrated with IF, can't figure out how to make it work. You honestly, to make IF work, you just got to power through for a while. You just got to power through. Now, it's not for everybody, but the first week or two are hard for everyone. Like, that just is what it is. 100 days of IF, yes. What is the minimum number of hours to empty your tummy? I don't know. I would say, so how I started before I ever officially went on IF, I started doing 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Just real simple, completely obtainable. Like, end at 7 p.m., eat at 7 a.m. No problem. If you don't eat breakfast till 10, you can eat until 10. Like, totally easy. And a great gateway into intermittent fasting. And maybe that's what made the transition so much easier for me, is I had already been doing the 12 and 12 just to give my body a break, because I understand the health benefits of letting your body digest, letting your body get rid of all the food and run on empty for a little while. Because believe it or not, and now I'm not a doctor or any of that stuff, and I haven't even like heavily researched, but in my light research, this is what I know, is it's important to let your body get back to equilibrium, get those blood sugars down, and take advantage of the fact that there isn't food coursing through your body that it needs to digest in order to best work. So I started with 12-12. Then I got ballsy and did the actual 16-8, and I did it. And it was fine, and I felt like $1,000,000, but the last 2 hours were always a struggle for me, always, because I was hungry by then. But then someone else actually told me, because my Instagram fam is incredible, and everyone, like, as I'm sharing things, people are giving me information about what they know. And someone told me, and this I had heard it several times, that for women, it might not necessarily be the best thing to do 16-8. Because it could cause hormone problems. Now, for me, that's not necessarily an issue, because I think they're talking more in terms of the fertility realm, which is not a concern for me. So I decided, but I'm like, well, let me just back off. If it's really going to be a problem for women, then that means that 1410 should be successful too, right? And 1410 is my happy place. I get all the benefits of intermittent fasting because I'm still intermittent fasting, but I don't have to push it to that 16-hour mark, and I feel just fine about it. I'm solid at 14 hours, which is great. All right. What am I loving about IF? What am I loving? So the thing that I love the most about IF is that it has completely eliminated nighttime snacking from my life. I don't do it anymore. I'm done. My timer started at 7 p.m. I'm done eating for the day. I don't have the option to snack. And it has been a game changer for me because especially when my husband's home, it's taken me a while to get used to this now that he comes home every night. But he snacks. He snacks a lot. Like we get home from our little nighttime rendezvous at dessert places or whatever, and he'll still come home and make like some low-fat popcorn or have some crackers and whatever. Like he's still snacking on the couch. And under normal circumstances, I would just be like, and without thinking, grab whatever he was eating. Once my timer starts, I don't have that option anymore. So that has hands down been the best. If you need an excuse to start IF, that's it, to get your nighttime snacking under control, like for real. And then there's all the other benefits. Like I'm not waking up hungry. I have learned to go to bed with a subtle feeling of hunger in my stomach and not let it bother me. Like, oh, you actually can do things without feeling stuffed full all the time? Imagine that. Like it's really, really great. Reading comments. Lindsay posted the link to the intermittent fasting app if you guys need it. Can you drink water during fasting? You can, and you absolutely should. It is one of the only things that you can consume during fasting. And a lot of people drink most of their water during their fasting period because especially when you wake up, you got to give your body something. You got to make sure you rehydrate. I think I got up this morning and legit down 32 ounces first thing this morning. Like I was dehydrated and I don't know why. But yeah, drink all the water. Spam museums in Austin. Why is a spam museum in Austin? It's not having the freedom to eat when I want during my window. That is an interesting dilemma, and I don't know how to best advise because I don't have a job that necessarily hinders when I eat. So I can eat whenever I want. But I also I go out and do things and whatever. And so I do switch my window around a little bit. Like if we go out and like my sister and her husband were here and we were out until like 10 o'clock eating food that night. So I turned my timer on then and just waited until what that would have been noon. I didn't eat until noon the next day. Like I move my window based on what I'm doing as long as I get the fast in there. It doesn't matter what time. I try to keep it as on schedule as possible, but life gets in the way and I don't want my fast to get in the way of me going out and having a good time. So I will move my fast in accordance with what's happening in my life. Does the app give you suggestions as to the increments? I believe it gives you a couple of suggestions. It gives you the circadian rhythm fast, which is 13 hours. It gives you, it starts at sunset and lasts until the morning. Interesting. The 16-hour fast is the typical fast. There's an 18-hour fast, a 20-hour fast, and a 36-hour fast, or the custom fast. I do the custom fast, and I'm not ever going to fast for like 48 hours. That's not happening. I like food too much. What are you working up to? A certain number of hours? I'm at my certain number of hours. 14. 14 is my goal. And it's been working well for me. And there are still days I hit 16. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat. That's another thing that has changed. If I'm not hungry, I do not eat, which is mind-boggling for a lot of us, myself included. But like if my fasting period ends, say 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in the middle of something and I don't eat, I won't eat just because it's 10 o'clock. I'll go until I'm hungry. And a lot of days I've gotten to the 16-hour fast without even trying. And actually giving myself permission to not have to get to the 16-hour fast really does help. Because I'm like, oh, I don't have to go to 16, but I can, so I will, but I don't have to. It's that weird mindset thing. The MyFast app, it allows you to track your eating window too. Loving IF. The 6 Miles to Go Supper podcast, I don't know what that is, but I'll have to look into it. What do you mean your schedule doesn't work well with your eating window? Lissa and Lindsay are having their own conversation. I like it. Do 16-hour fast and 8 eating. Is that not right? 16 hours on, so 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. That is the typical intermittent fasting. That's what the book, whatever. Like when you say, oh, I intermittent fast, that's what people are going to assume you do, is 16-hour fasts and 8 hours of eating. Nuts, seeds, avocado, consume more fats. I missed something. You guys are conversing like crazy today. I love it. Is anyone plant-based? I can't help you there. Your husband does the same thing and has never gained a pound? Intermittent fasting? Stay busy in the morning with IF, and when you realize you have a craving, tell yourself, I can't have that just yet. That kind of happens, yeah. Home of the Hormel family. Oh, interesting. My biggest problem is I work retail, one night until 8 p.m., one night till 6 p.m., and one night till 5. So we eat different every night. Some nights dinner isn't until 9 p.m. Yeah. And that's, it's hard to say. As you guys can see, Lissa's having the same problem with scheduling issues. And I don't have like professional advice for that, except what you can do. And what I often find, especially if you're doing 16/8, is it's really easy to get all your food into 2 meals. So if you can eat for 2 meals or something, like, I don't know exactly how your schedule goes, Lori, but like you're saying, one night you're doing this and one night you're doing that. But maybe like if you consistently ended at, I don't know, 10 p.m. or I really don't know. And anybody watching this on replay, if you have any suggestions for people with like erratic schedules that want to try intermittent fasting, then leave comments below. What I would recommend trying, if you can, is at least start with a 12-12. Like that's at least giving your body the chance to chill out for a while. And you can time that pretty easily based on your schedule. Please drink water. I just had coffee, which can produce kidney stones. Yike. Yeah, everybody needs to drink water. I missed if you said something else before, Debbie. Stay busy in the morning. Yep, okay. Drink all the water. Drink all the water. Is it better to start with less hours and work up to longer? I have a huge problem eating at night when I'm not even hungry, especially if I have points left. That is a great question. I don't necessarily know if it's better or worse. It's whatever you think will work best for you. I dove in with both feet because that's what I like to do. And I was like, with like Jordan and our Instagram friend Meg and we all did an intermittent fasting challenge, and I just jumped in. I'm like, we're all doing 16/8 and it's going to be great. And I did it, and because you have to learn how to cope with those last couple of hours. Like it's a mindset shift and you're going to be miserable for about a week or two. Like that just is what it is. You have to work hard at powering through. But once you hit that point, all of a sudden your body is going to be like, yes, thank you. And like, it's not hard for me to stop anymore. There are days I stop at 6:30 because I'm like, I'm done. I think I'm done eating for the day. I don't feel like I need to eat anything else. If I'm done eating dinner at 6 or 6:30 and I feel full, and I go, well, I was going to eat these cookies, but I don't think I'm going to have room for whatever I had left. I'll just start the timer early and be done with it. And now I'm more apt to do that. It's not a fight for me anymore, which is such a nice feeling. So is it better to start with less hours? I don't necessarily think so. I think you should just go for it. Are you still eating 3 meals? Yes, I'm still eating 3 meals. Sometimes my breakfast has been relatively small, but sometimes high in points. So my breakfasts have typically been late, especially lately. I recently started, and once I get my Shakeology in the mail, I will probably have that for breakfast because it's like 4 or 5 points and it's a protein shake. But I have another brand that sent me some stuff for protein shakes. It was a 2-point protein shake. So I had that yesterday, and that was a great way for me to start the day because it was protein and it was solid. It was good. But I've either been having like the healthy eating on the go bars, which are my favorite bars in the entire world. So good, all natural, absolutely amazing. In Points Plus, they're 4 or 5 points, and they're just so good. And like gets your peanut butter fix on, you get some good healthy fats in there, you get some protein in there. So those are only 4. So sometimes I'll have that and some fruit if I want to keep it low. If I want to have a high point breakfast, but it's still smaller, my favorite thing lately has been Oikos 000 yogurt with chocolate almond butter in it. Oh, it's like once you get it all mixed together, it's like thick and almost kind of like, I don't want to say like frosting, but it's kind of like that same feeling. Like the fat in it is just so good. And that ends up being 7 points plus for me, which is a little bit hefty, but it's so good. So I got a decent amount of nutrients and calories and fats and protein and all that in a small thing, which is for the shorter window. Small things are sometimes bigger. So it has allowed me to eat more of what I want, but because I'm eating in a shorter window, I don't have as long of a time to like be like, oh, but what am I going to eat at 9:30 for my bedtime snack? No, I don't have to worry about that. So I can eat more during my meals. Let's see. Jillian Michaels, 4 meals spaced 4 hours apart. That's one way to do it. No snacking all the time. Messed up the podcast. 6 miles to supper. 2 large nourishing meals is best. 1 snack if desired. That's kind of what I do. I mean, I snack a little bit. It really depends on the day for what I do. Whatever I'm feeling is what I'm doing. And then with this whole starting to eat my fit points thing, that's kind of changed the game a bit too, which I'll get into in a minute. But I'm still behind on the intermittent fasting conversation. Bear with me while I catch up, guys. Carolyn started 3 weeks ago and has lost 7 pounds. Amazing. And she finds she has more energy. Yes, I find that too. Even on days like I don't sleep well. I'm so looking forward to getting our bed back. My husband gets to sleep in our bed tonight, and I'm really jealous. But even on days that I've had like crappy sleep, I find sometimes it takes me a little while, but like I'm up and I'm moving, and I'm like, yes, let's go. Even if I slept for crap, which is not normal for me. So it really does help with energy, and that is a proven side effect of intermittent fasting. Those that do this consistently, same IF hours every day, or do you do different hours every day if you so choose? I personally shoot for ending at the same time every day. But again, like I said, if there is something happening, if I'm out late with friends or whatever, or Eric and I decide to go out and have ice cream at 10 p.m., I'll go and do it. But like the other day, we had date night on Friday night, and we went out there's a dessert place right down the street. It's literally a dessert cafe. All they serve is desserts and alcohol. Amazing. But he got home from work late, and he's like, hey, let's go out. Let's go get some dessert. And I was like, well, I could have started my timer, but okay. And I went and I had my dessert, and I think I ended up starting my timer an hour later that night, which was fine. But I've also been like, hey, what are we doing? Because we need to go and do this so I can finish eating. Oh, that's what I did that night. I said he wanted to go to a bar too and check out, because there's a bunch of breweries around here, and he loves beer. I can't stand beer. He loves it. He's like, where should we go first? And I was like, well, let's go to dessert first so I can start my timer. Then you can go and have your beer, and I'll just have water, and it'll all be fine. Yeah, I think it sounds intimidating, but it really is. It's great. Dr. Fung, he's the one with that video. Jordan made me watch a video, and it was a good video. I didn't even get all the way through it, but the information that they pounded into like the first 20 minutes of his video was incredible. Will this help lose a few pounds? I'm lifetime, but I've been 2 pounds over. Yeah. It depends. Okay, so I say yes with the caveat. Here's what you need to do if you're intermittent fasting. If you are using intermittent fasting as a means of weight loss, you cannot replace your diet plan with intermittent fasting. This is something you do. Intermittent fasting is something you do in addition to your current eating plan. For example, if you are like me and have 27 points in a day, I still get to eat those 27 points in a day. You still track as normal. It's not a free-for-all within your 8-hour window. That's not what this is. This is something you do on top of what you're currently doing. If that's how you approach it, odds are you will lose a little bit of weight. Another vote for Jason Fung. Yes, yes. Lindsay's posting the videos. Was enjoying my morning coffee the last 2 weeks during my fasting window. And that was the other thing. Thank you for the reminder. I, as you guys know, if you follow me on YouTube, I'm a Weight Watchers rebel. I love that video that I did, the 4 rules that I break consistently. And I continue my rebellious streak in that I do put creamer in my coffee, even though I'm in my fasting window. And today I actually waited until I was out of my fasting window to have coffee, but technically, there have been studies that say absolutely nothing. Black coffee, plain tea, water, that's all you can have when you're fasting. And then there's the studies that are like 50 calories and under is considered fasting. So even with my full fat half and half or a tablespoon of my new creamer, it's still under 50 calories. So I just pretend that that's law and put creamer in my coffee anyway. What are the protein bars I suggested? Oh, so they're not technically protein bars. They are healthy eating all the time and go bars. The website is HEAT, HEAT-go.com. They're made here in Minnesota. The owner is the sweetest woman on the face of this planet, and I love these bars. I do have a discount code. I think it's it's either Diva and the Divine -12 or Diva Divine -12. I think it's Diva and the Divine -12. We'll get you 12% off. Best bars, bar none. Literally. Like, they're delicious. Now, do they have as much protein as one of these bars? No, they don't. Her protein bars have 15 in them, and her other bars have like somewhere between 9 and 11. They're just so stinking good that it doesn't matter. Now, you can eat bars like this too, which I bought today at the GNC sale that I was at. Salted caramel 1 bars, because I took advantage of the sale that I was on to get some flavors that I've been wanting to try. So there are more protein heavy bars you could do, but those bars are my favorite. So fruit flavored seltzer isn't allowed because it has a slightly sweet taste, even if there's no sweetener. Yeah, and I don't care to abide by the strict rules. I also have had my Avantra Slim in the morning, a couple mornings instead of coffee, and that has an artificial sweetener or something in it too, which you're technically not supposed to have. And I'm like, meh, like, whatever. It is what it is. Yay for creamer in your coffee. That was the one thing I was hesitating about. Look, Lou, you do you. You do you. And I'm like, I need to have my coffee in the morning. Although I've actually, as long as I get some form of caffeine, like I said, I've actually been like up for a couple of hours and like sometimes even working out before I go downstairs to get my coffee. That will change immediately once we move into our house. Immediately. Because I'll have my coffee maker set and I'll do morning coffee because I won't have to get dressed to leave to go get my good coffee. So that'll change. But for now, I have been getting up, putzing around here for a little bit, doing a little morning routine, drinking all my water, changing, sometimes working out, and then getting my coffee. Some people say bulletproof coffee is okay. Yeah, I don't know. cool. Thank you. I'm eating 20 to 30 milligrams of protein in the mornings. Yes. That's a great way to do it, Jennifer. Like protein, I gotta tell you. So yesterday, so I've been having this thing. Oh, so let me go into the next thing that I've been doing. Holy cow, it's already 8:15. We were on that for a really long time. The other thing I have been doing is I started eating my Fit Points. And I changed my tracker. I don't know if you guys are going to even be able to see it. So I use the iTrack Bites app. I've changed my tracker to actually eliminate and count the Fit Points. So, and you can choose to like do them for the whole week. So like as you accumulate them for the whole week, you can spend them, or for the day. And I actually decided that I want to do them for the day. So the way I've been tracking them is if I go over my points, Fit Points get deducted before my weeklies get deducted. And I don't go into the negative when I'm using my Fit Points, because I have found that I hit a wall every day about the same time, right before dinner, where I want to binge eat all the things. And I lose my energy and I lose my everything. And I work out in the morning and I think it's my body going, hey, give me some more fuel. So, and there was the other day where I tracked all my food. I had everything pre-tracked and I was 2 points over and I still had 500 calories left to eat. 2 points over, 500 calories. And I went, well, this is freaking ridiculous, because I need to get to that calorie goal. Because if I'm allowed to, I've been told, I've seen numerous calculators that have all come up with the same number for me. For my goal weight, and at a solid rate of losing about a pound a week, I can eat 1,500 calories in a day. And the amount of calories that most people try and eat when they're trying to lose weight is like 1,200 or even below. Like some people are like, oh, I only eat 800 calories a day. Stop doing that. That's not how you're going to lose weight. It's going to mess up your metabolism. So I finally went and like, what can I actually eat? And it turned out to be like 300 calories more than my normal calorie goal, which is amazing. So I started doing that, and which is wonderful because you can still lose. Now, what's been happening to me is, so I started this Fit Point thing on Friday, right? So I've been eating more, generally speaking. I've been burning it all. So like the stuff I've been earning, I have not gone like off plan or anything. I've deducted weeklies, deducted Fit Points, like everything is still within my budget, technically speaking. For whatever reason, my body is holding on to, like, I haven't lost in a week and a half, 2 weeks. I keep getting on the scale and I'm like, come on, I'm doing everything right. I'm working out. I got really sore. So I don't know if I retained a whole lot of water over the weekend. I don't know what happened. Yesterday, I was like, what can I do differently to get the freaking scale to go down? I'm literally doing everything right. And it was frustrating me. I ate the crap out of protein yesterday. I can track the macros. I think it was 121 grams of protein yesterday. Like I went for it and it was wonderful. And the scale went down this morning. I was like, oh, shocker. So your macros matter, calories matter, but what you're eating also matters. I had, this was today, 123 grams of protein, 146 carbohydrates, and 54 grams of fat yesterday. And so I pounded the protein. I had a protein bar. I had a premier protein shake, one of these 310 protein shakes that I'm testing out, like all the protein. But in many things that I have read, like you're supposed to eat a lot of protein. Like, and I can't remember if it's based on your current weight or your goal weight, but the number that I should be eating if I'm really on for protein is roughly 120 grams of protein, which is a ton. It's a lot. And it's not something I can do every day. But when I'm on, like you're full, you're focused. Like I had a high protein, low carb day without even trying to be low carb, just because I ate so much protein. So I'm messing around with the Fit Point thing, because what I have noticed, while my body is currently like it's hanging on to weight somewhere, it won't budge. I'm up a little bit and it's not going down and it's killing me slowly inside. But ultimately, I'm doing everything For the fitness level of my body, like I'm working on building my muscle. This 21-day fix thing is no joke. And it's muscle building, which means I'm going to retain water. My muscles are going to be repairing themselves, and I might be getting denser, which is fine. So I have to let the scale go. I have to let that number go because I know that what I'm doing for my body, as long as my body starts to change, that's all that's important. But in the short term, I'm like, come on, body, just give me a little something. But what's important is I'm fueling myself properly. And because I've been eating my Fit Points, I have not gone out of control at all. Not once this week. Because I've been allowed to eat the extra points to help make up for the activity I've been doing. And so I've had no cravings. I've had no bingey sessions, none of that, because I'm like, oh yeah, you can have your dessert. Oh yeah, you can have a little bit more fat with your dinner, no problem. Oh yeah, look at you earned like 11 activity points today. You can use some of that on a glass of wine, some extra protein, no problem. Like all the protein I ate yesterday, I ate up all those extra activity points in protein. And it's just it'll be interesting to see how this plays out long term. Calorie calculations. Yes, there are plenty of websites out there and apps and whatnot. Lose It always allows more food per day than weight. Okay, I thought you were going to say something about the calorie calculation. MyFitnessPal tells you how many calories you should have in a day. I find it to be pretty accurate. So that is an option. You can download it and calculate for free. I can't remember the name of the website I went to. Amanda Seipert mentioned it in a video a while ago, like a long while ago, that she looked for her calories. And this is what made me go to that particular website and look for mine. And it was like 1,500 calories, which was mind-boggling to me. But several different sources, including the MyFitnessPal app, have come up with the same number. So you can just go on MyFitnessPal and check that out. Calorie counting always allows more food per day than Weight Watchers. Yep, it's true. But you pay in calories for fruits and vegetables and all that. Your body might be holding on to weight because it doesn't know if this whole eating your activity points is temporary. Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought. As I was like, my body's freaking confused because I'm eating more calories than I normally do. But it's like, hey, I like this because I actually feel energized and I feel like I can recover and I don't feel bingy or cravey or anything. But what the heck, you're giving me more calories than I need. Let me bloat up a little bit and whatnot. So I think it's just going to take a couple of weeks to get into the equilibrium of, oh, you're eating the points that you earn now. Okay, no problem. So we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks. And because I'm going to keep doing it because I really like the way it's making me feel, which is what's important. So we'll see. Maybe there is a possibility that for my body, I can't do that. I don't know yet, but I'll give it a couple weeks because I got to give it the old college try. 1 week is not a telltale as to if something works for you or not. You got to give it a solid try, but you got to be consistent about it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to eat my Fit Points for a couple of weeks and see if my body starts to change. If I start to tone back up and not really lose weight, that's fine. My goal is not necessarily a number anymore. It is more of a size and a look. Like if I can get not flabby and I don't lose another pound, fine, whatever. Okay, this just isn't a fluke thing. We can start spending some of these calories. Exactly. And that's what bodies do. When we change up our diet plan, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, what are we doing? What? So anyway, those are my diet updates. Intermittent fasting, which isn't an update, but I told you guys we would talk about that, and the Fit Point thing, which is a pretty stellar experiment, I think. So, do we have any questions, comments, concerns? While I wait for whatever questions, comments, and concerns to roll in, I will say this. My goal is to have a chat next Tuesday night. I cannot promise you that it's going to happen, so make sure you check back here to see if the live is scheduled. Maybe on Monday. I should know by I'll know by Tuesday. So keep an eye on my social media. only because we close on Friday. Our stuff isn't getting there until Monday, though. So we're going to be in this weird limbo of like, we still have access to this place, but we're technically going to be moved in by Tuesday, and we just have, moving in. Life will just be in boxes and chaos. All of our furniture will be there. And because my lights and stuff are not in boxes, I'll have access to them, but I don't know where I'm going to be filming lives in our new house yet. So we might not be set up for it, but I'm going to try my darndest to make sure that I can be here next week. Were you going to talk intuitive eating, or was that intermittent fasting? No, I was not going to talk intuitive eating because I have mixed feelings on intuitive eating. I so desperately think I want to be somebody who does intuitive eating, but also tracks her food. And if you ask diehard intuitive eating people, that can't happen. I believe that there is a happy medium out there somewhere. I just haven't jumped in to go find it yet. So I was not going to talk intuitive eating. I was going to talk intermittent fasting. Kind of missed the whole celebrations thing we did last week. Oh, well then send me your celebrations, my friends. I'm all for it. We can do the last 5 minutes or whatever, talking celebrations. I was focused on my not celebrations this week because I'm like, oh, the scale didn't go down, but probably for good reason. So it's okay. My ankle hurt like the dickens today, so I'm, not celebrating that either. And I was so sore that my workouts suffered all weekend. I did them, which is a celebration. I did do workouts all weekend, but man, were they not nearly as good as they should have been because of that stinking Autumn on 21-day fix. Man, she's a killer. Fun fact, my husband did the workout too. He did the workout that destroyed me on Saturday. So I did it Thursday. So I was 2 days into being completely miserable by then. And I was like, look, you're laughing at me for being so sore. I think you should do it because it might be a good thing for you to have access to. And so he did. I watched him do the whole workout. And I got a text message from him yesterday that said, my inner thighs are lit. He goes, that workout is actually a lot harder than it looks. Like the moves weren't hard. They were very easy. They were deceptively easy. But your body works so hard to do them that you don't realize you're destroying yourself. So that was a celebration I had. The workout that lit me up also lit my husband up, which means I didn't feel so bad about how I felt. Let's see. Wrote a whole post about living in the gray area between intermittent or intuitive eating and dieting. Yeah, I don't know if I want to touch that gray area, basically because social media is social media and people get mad about it. But I'm really on top of my water this week. That's great. And there's a part of me that actually wants to start getting into exercise, which is huge. That's a great celebration too. I had a friend of mine actually say the same thing. A friend of mine who is not exercise or healthy eating inclined in any way bought fruits and vegetables this week and decided she might join a gym. And I was like, this is huge for you. Let me know how I can help you. And like all it was is baby steps. She bought vegetables and she's doing something. And I'm like, that's amazing. It was totally worth celebrating. So awesome. Does anybody else have anything they want to celebrate? If not, I will sign off for the evening. Lou, do some digging into the IF thing. Yes, it's worth trying, you guys. It really is. If you have the opportunity to try it, I really love it. I really, really do love it. If, like I said, if for no other reason, get rid of nighttime snacking. It's gone. I get to sign off here. I can't eat. And what would my gut do? Be like, oh, good, work's done. Close the computer, put on the PJs, wash the face, and go to the kitchen. Can't do that. And I'm not mad about it. I think you're planning a 100-mile challenge for the last 100 days of the year. I like it. Ooh, that's right, 100 days of the year. I have a workout grid in my planner. I kind of made up my own 100 morning meltdown because all the Beachbody people that are doing the 100 morning meltdown thing have this little chart of 100 workouts that they can cross off. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy it, but I want a chart of 100 workouts I can cross off. So I made my own in my Erin Condren Life Planner, and I'm coloring them in pretty bright colors with my super fancy markers here. That reminds me that they're like Lisa Frank vibes all the way. And so my grid's going to be super pretty, and I'm shading in only when I do a Beachbody workout. So 100 days or so left in the year. I can finish that grid by the time the year is up. I can do that. A mile per day for 100 days. That's a good way to do it too. That's a good way to do it. I got to think of some fun, like, and I know I said this last week, like challenges for last 90 days, last 100 days, 10, lose 10 for the decade, 20 for 2020, something like that. September 22nd starts the 100-day countdown. That makes sense because, October 1st is when Rachel Hollis's last 90 days start. So we'll figure something out. We'll do something. I'm open to ideas and suggestions. I just can't decide what I want to do that can include everybody, because like not everybody needs to try to lose 20 pounds. I don't know if I'm going to be able to lose 20 pounds at the rate my body's confusion is. Who knows? But an exercise goal or like a weekly habit goal or something. Alyssa, was it you that did like the 10 by 10 by 10 or something, like 10 weeks or I don't remember. Shoot. Every week you implement a new habit or challenge yourself for a new thing or something like that. Hydrate 1 week. Focus on protein 1 week. Exercise 1 week or walk something 1 week. You know what I mean? 10 different 10-day challenges. Thank you. I'm like, that mathematically a week didn't add up. Yes. Rosie, hi. I'm still on, but I'm not going to be on for very long because I'm already past my time. Yeah. 10 days of reading for 10 minutes. I do kind of like that. And call it 10 squared. I don't know. We'll think about it, but we'll do something that will be challenging. But yeah, so that's the plan. Stay tuned. Check in on my social media about the stream next week, just because if it doesn't happen, it's because I have nowhere to do it. Just because my office won't be set up. And if my husband's home, I'm not going to subject him to listening to me talk for an hour. And although maybe one day, sometime down the road, maybe when I hit like a milestone, like my 20,000 subscribers or something, I might be able to convince him to do a live stream with me. That could be fun. That's on you guys, my friends. That's on you guys to do something to get him to come on here, because he'll pop up every once in a while, but not really. So that might be fun. But yeah, that would be fun. I think that would be fun. I think he secretly likes it. He has very mixed feelings about the whole YouTube thing. He's going to let me do my thing, but I think he secretly wants to be part of it, but also doesn't want to be part of it. So anyway, stay tuned for next week. I only need to lose 5 pounds to get to my happy weight, which is 3 pounds below goal. That's awesome. So maybe you can incorporate that into your challenge for the end of the year. We got to do the last 90 days strong. That's what I'm focused on. I'm going to actually spend my evening doing my power sheets and goal setting for the next month, because it's almost that time already. Have you ever done a Q&A with your hubby? I have not. I have not gotten my husband to sit in front of the camera with me. Again, it would be, I'm sure if we put out a subscriber number or something, we could get him to do it eventually. But the bigger my channel grows, honestly, this is how it is. The bigger my channel grows, the more serious he realizes I am about this and you guys are about me. And that's what makes him go, oh, well, okay, maybe I'll pop up on the camera because your followers seem to like when I do that, or something like that. Like if I was just putzing around with a couple hundred subscribers and being like, hey, honey, do a video with me, he would absolutely not do it. But he would do it if he knew there were enough people out there that wanted it, or if he was like a reward for hitting a certain milestone or something, he'd probably do it. If I do a different night next week, I should be able to make it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I do a different night. I want to keep it on Tuesdays because right now I really like the Tuesday thing. It seems to work well for both my husband and I. So stay tuned for that next week. I don't know what our topic will be next week. We seem to do a pretty good job of just getting going on our own. If you guys have any topic suggestions, let me know either in the chat roll. I don't even know. Is this where the chat roll is for you guys? Because that's where it is for me. So I could be pointing to the wrong side of the screen. But yeah, let me know your topic suggestions or leave them in the comments or Instagram and Facebook. You guys know how to get a hold of me. You do. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And thank you for giving me a little bit more energy. Like my focus is back because I got to talk to you guys for a little while. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. I will hopefully see you next week. This may or may not be the last live stream with me sitting on the floor in front of a couch. So thank you for bearing with me during my crazy transitional time as well. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.